In the next few years, there will be over 175 zettabytes of data. Ransomware will be a $33 billion industry, and there will be even more data regulations to deal with. On top of all that, there are demands like always on and the push to be data-driven. Yet you're still struggling with the data you have. Is it protected? Who has access to it? Is it valuable, useful, useless? Is it compliant, or is it a liability? All of this, well, it can make you feel like you're operating in the dark. But as we approach the summer solstice, we'll cast light on a new way of managing data complexity. It's called abstraction, and it's about extracting complexity from our most critical business asset, data. As we welcome the day with the most sunlight, we reveal our most ambitious portfolio launch and our approach to simplifying data management. Please welcome Greg Hughes, CEO of Veritas Technologies.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us at Summer Solstice 2019. To our customers and partners who are here on location or participating via the live stream, we're really excited to have you here. We have some amazing news to share with you today. But let me first start by telling you a little bit about myself. I started at Veritas in 2003, a little over 15 years ago, was here for 7 years, and returned a year and a half ago as CEO. During this time, the last year and a half, I've met with hundreds of large enterprise customers, some of the biggest customers on the planet, such as JP Morgan Chase, Intel, United Airlines, and Telefonica. I get so encouraged by the loyalty and enthusiasm that these customers share with us, and I really am so grateful for the continued business and partnership. We've worked with some customers since their data could be measured in terabytes, and now it's in petabytes. And so we've learned as they've learned about their business. And I thought I would share with you today what I've learned from some of these customers about their toughest challenges. The first challenge that they're dealing with is the explosion of data. By 2025, there's going to be 175 zettabytes of data that these enterprises have to manage. That is a huge amount of data. If you put that into iPhones, that equals 2.6 trillion iPhones. Those iPhones, if stacked end to end, would go to the sun and back again, which is kind of appropriate for summer solstice. The cost and complexity of managing all that data is going to overwhelm the leaders of these enterprises unless we all do something about it. Second big challenge is ransomware. If you looked at ransomware as an industry and you measure the size of that industry, it's expected to be $33 billion by 2025. What is really crazy about it is the bad guys are going to get in. It's almost impossible to entirely defend yourself. What enterprises need is resiliency. They need the ability to recover their data quickly after attack. If you can't recover, you're vulnerable. The fact of the matter is, the codes and the keys that are shared by attackers only work 50% of the time. It's like flipping a coin. The third challenge is integrating with the public cloud. All the enterprises I talk to want to do this. They want to continue to maintain their investments in the data center, and so they're going to have a hybrid cloud strategy and a multi-cloud strategy. Some believe that the requirements of data protection are taken care of by the cloud providers. That is simply not true. It's a myth. It's your responsibility as customers to take care of your data in the cloud. The final challenge I hear about is the regulatory landscape. Now, GDPR is just the tip of the iceberg. They're really worried about the pending tidal wave of regulatory actions that govern the use of personal information. It's just going to explode. But enterprises are still dealing with the basics. They try to understand what data they have, who has access to it, can it be deleted, is it a liability? They're trying to understand these basic questions, and it's really difficult because over half of their data is dark. They have no way to identify what it is. Now, what's getting in the way? The biggest obstacle to dealing with these challenges is complexity, period. fragmentation between silos of different technologies, too many point products and tools, too many vendors. And this complexity is only going to get worse. Enterprises want to focus on outcomes, not on managing this complexity. They want mission-critical apps that are highly available, data that is always protected and recoverable in the face of any and all threats. They want to be able to get the insights to achieve regulatory compliance and operational efficiency, but starting over is not an option. The only way forward is to standardize on an approach and a platform that abstracts the complexity that they're dealing with. Enterprises need to deal with their business challenges regardless of how complex their IT environment is. They need to tie things together across different silos without starting all over, moving their data to a new system, or taking a risk on an unproven vendor. They need an integrated set of products that makes them always on, always protected, and always ready for change. And that's why I'm thrilled to announce the Enterprise Data Services Platform. Proven, scalable, modern, integrated technology that puts together availability, protection, and insights for the first time. Now, a platform can mean different things to different people. We're not talking about rip and replace here. We're talking about a platform that builds on what you have today and extends into tomorrow. You'll hear more about the innovations we're making in each of the key pillars today: availability, protection, and insights. We're announcing major new capabilities across products such as InfoScale, NetBackup, InfoStudio, and Aptar. We're going to show how we integrate and automate across these products by using a rich and extensible set of APIs that also extend into an ecosystem of third-party technologies. Now, NetBackup is the core of the Enterprise Data Services Platform. NetBackup already protects 500 workloads with 150 storage targets and 60 clouds. You can deploy NetBackup in any way that you want. But I couldn't be more excited about our latest release, NetBackup 8.2. We've got vastly improved capabilities to support clouds, virtual machines, and all the modern workloads that you use today. It's really exciting what our engineering team has built. So with that, let me shift gears and tell you that we're going to have amazing product leaders come up now. But first, let me turn to a customer from Telefonica to share his perspectives.
So my business thrives on data, as well as making use of the mobile network. Without giving access to our customers on either, my business just simply wouldn't survive. Telefonica operates in 29 countries, including Asia and South America, operator in the UK. We like to be different, and that's one of the main reasons why we've decided to partner with Veritas. We believe by working with Veritas, they can provide us with a product that's going to be innovative, and above all, it's going to mean that I can standardize all my products across on-prem as well as the cloud. One thing I would say about Veritas is you're very good at listening. Listen to the customer and build the right product. When Telefonica UK seeks an enterprise data services solution, we look at vendors to ensure that we can get availability, to make sure that the product is standardized and available at all times. We ensure that we're looking for protection to ensure that all our data is backed up and it's held in a secure place. Just as important, making sure from an insight perspective, we actually understand what data is being held and where. Over the past 4 years, our relationship with Veritas has gone from being transactional to strategic. That is really important to me because it means we get the right products delivered at the right time at the right price.